Today, I'm going to be playing one-star games. We're going to be reviewing whether or not I think that they really are one-star and they deserve that harsh critique, or perhaps there's something special about them. I'm Knight, and I have wanted to do this series for such a long time, looking through the different games, one-star all the way up to five-star, to see if we can find some gems among the masses of games. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, then please give it a thumbs up and a follow, and let's get started. We're going to be starting today with by far, thank you. We're going to be starting with by far the lowest rated game on Steam, with a whopping 69,624 ratings. And it comes out averaging 1 star. We're going to be playing War of the Three Kingdoms, so let's hop in. A lot of these reviews, I believe, come down to the fact that this game is not translated for a British or an English-speaking audience. I think that's where a lot of the criticism comes from, but I also hear that the game itself is just really not great. 69,000 now 676 reviews. It was released back in the 17th, It was released on the 17th of December 2021, so it's been out for 4 years now. And as I said, English language is not supported in this game, which means we're probably going to have a little bit of a hard time playing it, but that doesn't mean that the gameplay can't translate through different languages. So we will give it a go. On Steam, it refers to it as a similar game to Dale and Dawson stationery supplies, but it also says it's an MMO, online PvP, online co-op. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a strategy, free-to-play game, but they also refer to it as an MMO with online PvP and online co-op. So I'm slightly confused. Now, a lot of the reviews say that the game doesn't... It says horrible, terrible, trash, very bad, which I'm going to say is not very constructive whatsoever. This game got boring fast. I had a bit of fun in the first 5 minutes, trying to play a game that I don't understand. Sadly, not speaking Chinese reduced the gameplay to playing random cards and hoping for the best. I mean, here's the thing. I would say that's not necessarily fair criticism, because you're downloading a game that is not in your language, you know, and it doesn't claim to be in your language. So I feel like that's not necessarily a fair reason to rate it 1 star. Another review says the balance of characters is broken, which leads to unequal chances of winning. That is slightly more of an issue. There's a lot of reviews saying that it's completely unbalanced. And then there's also a lot of reviews saying that I speak English, what's going on? Which again, I feel like that's not on the game developers. So I'm going into this with a full understanding that I'm probably not going to understand this game. Well, I'm not going to understand this game, but that's okay. I'm going to be here to critique the things that I can critique, such as the artwork, the music, and trying to generally understand the UI. So this is clearly telling me I need to point here, so that's great. I'll do that. Lovely. Okay, let's see if we can work this out. So they want us to play this 6 of Hearts. Thank you, Daddy B. Hello, Luke. Welcome. Okay, 6 of Diamonds. We're playing next. Emma, thank you for the follow. Hello. Oh, that's a great shout. Try using your Samsung Live Translate feature. I mean, I could try and use the Google Translate on the screen to see what comes up. That's a fun idea. The text in the middle says Chad is cute. Yeah, you're playing Chinese solitaire. It definitely feels more like a card game right now than anything else. It says that this has got MMO aspects, but currently this does feel like a card game. But like the UI is nice, it's clean. If I manage to understand this card game, I love a card game. I love a card game. So if we can try and work this out, I think I won. So already feeling great. Hello, friends. Hello, men. Speaking to me. Hold on, I do need to try and translate this. No, don't translate it to Spanish. No, please don't translate. I don't know any Spanish. The general is wise and brave, and we are here to surrender. Please accept as Lord. With your help, great things can be expected. Click on the general to view details. Okay, so now we're picking a general. Okay, I'm gonna go. This guy looks pretty solid. This looks so cool. Okay, so the button on the right is start matching. So now we're going into another match. Lovely. I'll tell you what, if you're wanting to learn Chinese, not necessarily a bad thing to download this game. This is quite cool. Okay, please select a general. And you know what? Considering I can't speak the language, it makes it fairly clear in terms of like what you're supposed to be doing here. Okay, so this is saying, on the grey ones, it's saying those cards are being killed. And then you can either choose a button or you can go, it's the end of your round. So yeah, let's go for the Ace of Hearts. From 10 minutes of lurking, I can see why this is a 1 star. Why? Go on, tell me why. Exactly, immersive learning is the best way for languages. Do you reckon I'm playing against another online player right now that actually knows what they're doing? Okay, in the card playing phase, please select a card. I'm going to go with the Ace of Diamonds. I'll tell you what though, so I'm currently using Google Translate on my phone to understand what's going on the screen, and it actually does make a lot of sense. If you become the target of a kill, please use a flash. Okay. Interesting.
不急不躁，稳谋应对。
I like the laugh. It's great.
以我为敌，神医妙手。
I don't know what that guy did on the left, but he's done something good.
天下无双。
This guy looks like maybe he only has 2 lives or something. Unsure, but I'm gonna see. Yes! Yes, that took a life away from him. I got it! Honestly, so far, this feels like a good game. I feel like it does not deserve the 69,000 plus 1-star reviews that it has. It clearly has a lot of polish. It has great music. It has really clear voiceovers. The graphics are really nice. The user interface is really understandable and really clear. Considering the fact that I don't speak the language, yes, I'm using Google Translate on my phone, but I'm actually understanding a lot of what's going on here. And I feel like it's really nice. It's a really nicely polished game. I definitely don't think that it deserves that. If I played this for a little bit longer and I tried to understand a bit more of what's going on, I'm sure I could give it a specific review. But I'm going to say that so far, I would say it definitely doesn't deserve a 1-star. It deserves way higher than that. So as for the War of 3 Kingdoms, I'm going to give that not a 1-star whatsoever. So I was just editing this and doing a little bit more research into the game, and it would be remiss of me to not mention something that I found. So it seems that as well as there being a lot of bad reviews due to the language barrier, it also seems that this game has a lot of hidden microtransactions, which does explain a lot of things. So that might also be another reason for a lot of negative reviews. It's right, so the fact that you think it's boring, that is a personal thing. I personally love a card game. I started streaming Hearthstone when I started streaming back in 2015. So for me, I actually like a card game, to be honest. So I don't have an issue with that. But it's time to move on to game number 2. Next up for game number 2, we're going to be checking out Balconing Simulator 2020, which balconing isn't even a word. But this one I do not have high hopes for. It only has 5 reviews on Steam, but it has, however, made it into the Scream Rants 1-star Steam category. So we're going to take a look at it. I really don't think this is going to be a very good game at all. This game is fictional satire. Please do not attempt these practices in real life. Enjoy responsibly and stay safe. Oh. It's got my name on there. No, don't take my email! Emergency contact. Don't take Mark's email! Oh, I didn't finish! I didn't finish! I had not finished! We've started with a bop. That was so neat for mouse writing. Thank you. Back to... I can't read the achievement because it's off the screen! Oh Oh, I did not realize I'm controlling this character. What? Okay, this loop of the music needs to stop. Oh. I feel like I'm playing DDR. What is going? This angle is very weird. It's very jaunty. I think my characters maybe had a few. Oh my god! What just happened? Okay, I think this music might get a little old quite quickly, but let me take a look at the reviews for Balconing Simulator 2020 to see why people do not enjoy it. Let's take a look. The description for Balconing Simulator 2020. Do you think you can reach that pool if you jump from your cozy apartment? Balconing Simulator offers you that enriching experience with practically no risks for your integrity, including perfect steps, stupid decisions, late night bevies, and the fun of the moment in a cinematic way. Balconing, it's apparently a term. Balconing, apparently. This is a game published in 2020 by Fancy and Punk, and the reviews. An utterly ridiculous concept for a game, but highly amusing nonetheless. I just wish there was a little more for the price, but still fun. So this game is currently £2.99. So if people are saying that there's not enough for the price for that, then it's probably a little lacking. Let's be honest. Let me find. Okay, so the reviews over on Screen Rant that have rated it 1 star says Balconing Simulator 2020 might be fun for a short moment, but its physics-based comedy becomes tiresome quickly, even at the budget price point, which, yeah, I can understand that. I can understand it. The song loop, my goodness. I'm going to see if I can change the aspect ratio. A different one. Here we go. This is much better. Much better. Let me see if I can write my whole name for this. No, let me! It must only allow you a certain amount of ink. It seems like you're trying to get a high score for attempting different random things. So you can use A and D to move your legs forward. I actually don't think the mouse is used at all. Oh no, it is. It's the mouse and the A and the D buttons are used in conjunction to attempt to try and move you around. I don't think you have much control over being able to like go to the bedroom or anything. There are achievements, which is, it's fun. And then I don't think you have any control over actually I guess you maybe have a bit of control over where you can throw yourself. Yeah, so you're trying to get the highest score for smashing things up, touching different things in the apartment, and then leaping off of the balcony, which definitely, please do not do this at home. Very strange concept for a game. I'm very curious where this concept came from, but I do like a silly game. This is the thing, I do like a silly game. I'll tell you what I don't want to do. Tweet a highlight of this. Okay, we're gonna see if we can try and get in the pool. I like that they've got a custom song for this. That's really nice. There's actually a lot of things I do like about this game. I think ultimately it's the lack of actual stuff you can do in it. It's quite a limited selection of things. The scale and the scope of this game are quite limited. What a delightful night. Like, where am I getting these achievements from? Okay, we're on the floor. Okay, we found another way you can end this, and it is by going to bed. Well, next to the bed. Do you just get an achievement for every single time you restart the game? Party juice? Oh, no. Right, off we go. Woo! Oh my goodness, we might actually land in the pool. Oh my God, we might actually land in the pool. Yeah! Oh. Yay! I think! Yay! We got a VIP admission. We got a VIP party. Have we completed the game in less than 4 minutes? We're in a different balcony! Okay, you know what? This is not 1 star. There's a new balcony. I'm now highlighter. I'm so incredibly bright. The angle is so jaunty and you can't change it. I guess when you're rating 1-star games, your expectations are so far on the ground that everything's just going to be impressive. 2,345. I wonder if it takes me back to the original balcony now or whether it takes me, it does, back to the original balcony. Oh my God, I'm Homer Simpson. You know what? This game does have a weird charm to it. It's not incredible, but it's definitely not bad. It has got replayability, not masses, but it could give you an hour's worth of fun. So if you think an hour's worth of fun is worth £2.99, which I personally would say, yes, it is, then I definitely don't think this is 1 star. I would say more like maybe 3.5. Is that too generous? I don't know. I do really want to finish it. I do really want to finish it, but I won't. Okay, we're gonna end this on 48 out of 69 achievements. Will I come back and get the rest of the achievements? Yes, I will. Is this a 1-star game? In my opinion, absolutely not. I really like this. I was not expecting to like it, but it's good. What can I say? It's great. I'm now a full-time Balconing Simulator 2020 streamer. I like it. So, game number 3. We're going to move on to Vroom Kaboom, which mixes 2 different genres of games that probably shouldn't be mixed. This has mixed reviews, much like the genres of the games, mixed reviews on Steam. And again, it's also featured on many websites as a very low-rated 1-star game. So let's take a look at Vroom Kaboom. So good news is that Vroom Kaboom is free, which is nice. We like that. If you would like to buy DLC for this, Vroom Kaboom Premium, then it's £16.75, which is not a small price tag. This is a single-player game, a brand new type of gameplay experience, a tower rush with vehicles, as they describe it here. The game combines elements from collectible card games, tower defense, and multiplayer online battles with cars. Yeah, interesting. This one came out in 2018. So prepare yourselves, strap in, pop your seatbelt on for Vroom Kaboom. Settle in and make sure you head over to the training section. Okay, new tutorial. Oh God, AI improvements. That's always what we want. Right. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the free version here and it wants me to unlock the premium version. You can't make me. Maybe if I like it, we'll see. It is a very interesting mashup of genres. Yeah. Welcome to your first training. Vroom Kaboom is a tower defense game. Your objective, destroy both your enemies' towers to win. How? By crashing your vehicles into them. These are the 2 resource types in the game. Use them to play cards. Drag and drop a card onto the road to play it. Okay. Let's play Mad Hog.
I'm about to bring it.
Okay. Change lanes. Vehicles steer themselves. You can choose which lane you want to drive in by aiming at the highlighted lane and pressing the lane button. Objective, use your nitro ability with W, okay?
For the king and his queen.
Okay, interesting. Each vehicle has a special ability. Most abilities recharge with a cooldown and can be used over and over. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something at this car. I forgot how to use the special ability. How do I use a special ability? I've done goofed. Okay, we're gonna put Frank on the road. Frank the tank. Okay, so Frank can fire. Okay, got it. Let's pop Jaw Crusher into the mix. You know what? I feel like this game has got a lot of polish, more so than I thought it would have. We have some interesting vehicle types. I think, for me, it feels more like maybe a mobile game. It does feel like a mobile game. I'm curious as to what the unlocked full game feels like in comparison. It does feel, it's giving me Mad Max vibes, yeah. Oh, that's my ability. My ability here is to ram. I don't know where these oil tankers are.
Enemy objective there.
Is that the oil tankers? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, they're the things I'm driving into. Right, got it, okay. I thought they were enemy bases. Did not get that those were the oil tankers. I'm a very silly sausage. I'll tell you what, it feels to me like this would be a fantastic game for like a younger gamer. It feels like maybe if you were maybe 12 or something, starting out with games. and this was like an iPad game or a mobile game, it would feel quite cool. You passed your first training. Great. So now let's go into a versus. So online. Let's see. I don't know if many people play online, to be honest. But I guess we're going to find out. We're going to see how long it takes to load a game. It is interesting that this does supposedly have a VR option. I don't entirely know how this would work in VR too well, but of critique for this game is the styles, like the genres of games that they've gone for here feel like a weird mix together. I don't actually hate it. Whether or not this is something I play, it's not ultimately what I would play. Again, it feels like quite young. And it feels like this is more of an iPad or a mobile game. One big issue I'm having here is that there is one player playing on the Steam charts, and that is me. And there's only been one player in the past 24 hours, and that, again, is me. So this being a PvP game lacking a player base, that might be a slight issue here. So, okay, so you can do a campaign or a quick match single player, it looks like. Yeah, you can. So that is a thing.
Loving it. Are you ready to get down?
I'm ready to get down, Dreadnought. I'm sending Rhino in. Rhino's gonna do you dirty. Let's go. Oh, but the music is a bit of a bop, to be honest with you. So we can throw multiple on the tracks. Be like, off you go, chuck them all in. So we're getting a really good idea of the full capability of the game right now. I'm gonna be the law. They're gonna fight me. But you know who's gonna win? Me. So I'm now finding out that the peak player base of this game, concurrent players at the same time, almost 7 years ago now, was 52 players, which is tricky. It's really hard when you launch a multiplayer game and you've got such a small player base. It is rough, and that's one of the reasons that I did want to do this series, is taking a look at games, because it takes a lot of resources, a lot of effort, a lot of things to make games, and unfortunately a lot of the time the bad critique comes down to just a lack of player base or just unfortunate timing. You've launched at the same time as another big game or something that's had more attention, and you just don't get the love that you deserve for your game. So it's nice to showcase these games that otherwise don't really get that attention. I don't really know what's going on, but I know that he's doing better than I am. Frank, get on in there! Jaw Crusher! Rhino! Freeway! It definitely feels like more of like an audience of like, it feels like a kiddie audience. I can't necessarily put my finger on exactly what it is, but it feels like maybe the names of the cars, and also just like the way that the game is laid out and the buttons and the UI. It feels very much like something that would be a younger audience. Like the voiceovers, you know, you destroyed it, man. I'm not really getting the appeal. It's not inherently a bad idea. It's just not fun. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I think this is getting uninstalled. Stat. Yeah, I'm done with this game. I'm done. It's done. It's not inherently bad. There's nothing necessarily that bad about it. I think it just feels quite kiddie. It feels like it would fit on an iPad. Let's move on to game number 4. Game number 4, we're going to move on to Space Base DF9, which has some phenomenally bad reviews. Let's load it up. Here we go. Space Base DF9. Space Base DF9 is a space simulator video game, and it was released in 2014, and it has a phenomenally strong 1-star rating on Steam with over 3,000 reviews. This one was £6.99. So we're really pushing out the boat for this one. We're really upping the budget for this. Let's give it a whirl and see how it fares. Let's select a region for our space-based deployment. I'm gonna guess we're gonna go for this tutorial island. I would like to accept it. How do I accept it? There we go. Accept. We've got some guy playing some acoustic guitar for us. Okay, interesting. This looks like a resource management simulator game. It kind of gives me, without having played any of it yet besides just loading up, it kind of gives me vibes as to like Prison Simulator, Even things like 2 Point Hospital. Well, I love to, just clarifying, I love the 2 Point games, okay? Just clarifying. But it feels like that kind of vibe where you've got different rooms and maybe we're putting different resources in different rooms. Which for me, I actually love that kind of game. So maybe I will rate this higher than a 1 star. Who knows? Your base has no oxygen supply. Zone rooms as life support and place oxygen recyclers. Some parts of your base have unmet power demands. Build more reactors to provide full power. You've built an airlock without a suit locker. Have I? I haven't done anything. I've just loaded up the game. Citizens won't be able to suit up and go into space from this airlock without one. Citizens can't go in and out of the base without functioning airlock. Zone space facing room as an airlock, then place 2 airlock doors and suit locker in it. You're asking a lot of me, and I've only just loaded up the game. Okay. The base has just welcomed 2 new immigrants and needs another oxygen recycler to meet demand. Build one in the blue life support zone by selecting it from the object section of the construct menu. Construct. Object. Oxygen recycler. I can't see one that says oxygen recycler. Okay, life support, oxygen recycler. There we go. Right. Where's the life support room? I'm gonna guess it's there. Okay, great. Press confirm. You need builders to carry out your construction orders. Assign some citizens to build a duty with the job roster screen. Eva, I'm going to assign you. Build things. Build things. You can build things too. The buttons in the bottom right toggle display of oxygen. Green means good and show walls in cutaway mode respectively. The buttons in the bottom right toggle display of oxygen. Green means good and show walls in cutaway mode respectively. I feel like those are 2 different sentences very weirdly mashed together. Very strange. What's going on? Okay, citizens will be hungry soon. Build a food replicator by selecting it from the all zones section of the construct object menu. Object, all zones, food replicator. I don't know if that's a weird place for it to go, but it's gonna go there. Lovely. There we go. The base needs a functional airlock so workers can go outside. Create one in the small dark blue room by placing a suit locker. God, okay, right. The base needs a functional airlock. Create one in the small blue, dark blue room by placing a suit locker in it and 2 airlock doors facing space. Okay. I'm in confusion. Is that what you want from me? Create one in the small dark blue room by placing a suit locker in it. Okay. And 2 airlock doors, one facing space and the other facing the interior room. Okay. I think I did it. Smashed it. So good. Remember, you can use the arrows beneath the status bar to speed up time. Okay. Go. Off you go. Build. Introduction. Hello. Build things. Build. Why are you not building stuff? Ooh, taking a look at some of the reviews for this. One of them reads, if you look up the definition of broken and mediocre games, this game should be front and center. Avoid and do not bother. There are far better games out there for the price. The fact that this game is still available to buy for €10 is a scam, in my humble opinion. Somewhere in its DNA is the glimmer of a great game that never manifested itself, and instead we got an infested scrap code filled with the broken dreams of those who were left behind. Oh, brutal. Abandoned in 2015 with a fraction of promised content added and plenty of bugs left behind. So this is a common issue with this, is that the developers did just abandon this game in 2015, a year after the release. This game has taught me to never buy a title in early access. What was delivered as a final product is missing many promised features and is an unstable mess. This game was abandoned midway through development and is a candidate for one of the poster children of what you bring up when someone asks for examples of why early access can be a bad thing. Oh, that is a big shame. It seemed like there was a lot of hope for this game and actually a really substantial player base of people wanting it to succeed, but unfortunately it just was never fulfilled, and the developers stopped building back in 2015, which is a real shame. The sealed room in this base has a hull breach. Which is the sealed room? I don't even know. It's unclear to me. Build a section of floor to patch it up by selecting the floor. Oh, this one here? Okay, floor. Construct floor. Can't tell which bits need flooring, which don't. Yeah, early access can be a tool that can be really, really useful for developers, especially if it's a small team and they're just needing to get some funding before they can continue the process. For a lot of companies, it's vital to be able to actually make the game in the first place. But unfortunately, this seems like this was not a good example of early access. What I will say is, compared to a lot of the resource management building games, simulator games that we have nowadays, the UI and the tutorial and leading you through where to click and what to do is quite wordy. It's not great if you're not great at reading lots of stuff like I am. I prefer to go off of symbols and very clear arrows being like, click here, do this, press this button. Whereas this is quite wordy in that, and you have to kind of read through these sentences and pick out specific words and be like, oh, I need to click the residence thing, which I'll find in this zone, and I'll do this. And so you kind of have to work it out. It uses a bit more brain power, which if you just want to switch off in the evening, I do find that a bit tricky. But then again, this is also, as we know, from 2014, which it didn't get any updates, which kind of does explain that, because it didn't update the UI. It didn't move with the times. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Why is this one just staring at me? Get out of the way. Stop staring into my soul and leave. Be gone, foul demon. The UI is a little bit of a headache. I am with you. Thank you. I'm trying to make you a flipping bed. Do I think that this is worth the price tag? No, unfortunately not. I feel like if they had continued with the development and gone forth and actually committed to the things that they said that they would build with this game, then I actually think this could be a really strong game, especially as I really do enjoy these types of games. But when you can compare this to games that are already out there, which are just a lot more polished, the UIs are much clearer, and it just feels like there really is like a living, breathing community of people who play the game actively still because the developers have continued to develop it. It just feels like the comparison of playing this as compared to that, I don't necessarily want to play this. Do I think it's worth the price? You can probably get a fair bit of playtime out of this, but unfortunately it is tough knowing that if you're going by all of those reviews, you're going to come into an issue of a lot of bugs as well, which is unfortunate. So it also makes me not really want to commit to playing this properly, just in case I do start to really enjoy it and then I can't progress much further because it's just not a finished product. So overall, unfortunately, I do think that this probably does deserve the star rating it has. It has a lot of potential, it has a lot of hope, but unfortunately it just seems like that is it's unfortunately unfinished. Okay, we have very much saved the best till last. It's time for a game that I have been asked to play now for many, many years. And this one, it feels like a little bit of an oddball. It feels like a bit of an outlier in the one-star game category, because weirdly, it actually has a really strong rating on Steam. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at a game called Bad Rats: The Rat's Revenge. This one has a mostly positive 7,073 reviews on Steam. This was released in 2009. Bad Rats is a physics puzzle game where rats finally get their bloody revenge on their new prisoners, the cats. Come up with creative solutions for each puzzle using physics, functional objects, and your specially trained rats. Let's take a look at some of the reviews. Some might say this isn't a good game. Clearly, they lack the intelligence to enjoy such a classic masterpiece. Life-changing. Life-changing. That is a really strong review, okay? Life-changing. This is my favorite game of all time. They don't make games like they used to. There are some really positive reviews. However, I have it on good authority that unfortunately the game is actually really, really diabolical. So let's put it to the test and decide once and for all whether or not Bad Rats is a one-star game or if this is indeed life-changing. Let's load it up. Is this the size of the window that we're playing on? Stop it! Isn't that how you play OSRS? All right. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, it is. This is how I play OSRS. Fair. Guys, we've got a whole 35 FPS. We can't complain. Incredible. Incredible. Here we go. We got a groovy tune. I mean, we got a funky screen here. I don't even know what that says. Actually, no idea at all. Rekaros? What's that say? Away? Help? Help. Credits. Here we go. New game. Tutorial, let's go. Records. Records.
Welcome to Bad Rats. We'll give you some tips on the first map so you can start playing. Your objective is solve the puzzles and help the rats with their annihilation plans. On this map, for example, your goal is make the ball hit the vault. It's all about physics, logic and creativity. Basically, there are 2 game modes, paused and playing. When paused, you can place objects on the map and adjust their configurations. Then, you can start the experiment when the simulation will begin. You'll control the play and pause modes using the buttons on the bottom left. Press the play button and let's see what happens when it starts. Okay, the ball fell, bounce, but we will need more to make it hit the vault. While playing, we cannot move the objects in scene, so stop the experiment and let's use some objects
voiceover.
to help us.
Oh.
The objects you have available, your inventory, is located down the screen. Move your cursor to the middle bottom and let's see what we have to use.
This is like the earliest version of Portal. Okay, so physics-based.
Good.
No,
One
don't
board,
tell me
one
good.
crate,
Stop it.
1 barrel, and a rat with a baseball bat. Fine, but how we make it? Well, let's see what is planned to this map.
So we've got some certain objects, and we want to try and get the ball over to the cat or something like that. Firstly, first impression. Hold on, can I pause? Oh no, the timer continues regardless. Firstly, the text-to-speech is absolutely diabolical. He's telling us so many things. He's just shouting things at my face, and I don't want to hear it. Secondly, my goodness gracious me, the graphics on here, you cannot tell what's in the foreground, what's in the background, what's actually usable in this, what's playable, and it's just all merging together as an absolute mess. It is revolting. It is actually revolting. It is horrendous. Oh! Would you just... I just want to move you out of the way. What did I do with the crate? Oh, the barrel. There it is. Right. Where'd the ball go? I hate this with my whole heart. And it's partly because I'm awful at this, but it's also partly because of the game. This is the worst thing in the whole entire world. This is the worst thing in the whole entire world. I don't know what you want from me. I'm just gonna get him falling down as well. Right, I give up. I give up. I give up. I hate this. Yes! Oh my gosh. Crikey, that's incredibly graphic. Oh, just the pixelated lines on the screen. Do you hate this because you're bad, or do you hate it because the game is bad? I think I hate it because of both, quite frankly. I mean, to be fair, the music is groovy. Tractor rat. He's just a tractor rat, he is. So I don't know what he's gonna do here, but he love it. He's just a tractor rat, he is. There we go! Hate it. Absolutely hate it. We finished strong. You were having far too much fun with the first games. I think that's exactly it. I think that's exactly it. Nope. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I hate this. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. This game, 1 star. Okay, it's 1 star. It is 1 star. I don't want to play it any longer. It is horrendous. I hate it. I want to uninstall it and I never want to see it again in my life. Also, the worst part of this, you have to pay for this game. It's not free. It's £1.69. And let me tell you, that's £1.69 way too much, okay? It's absolutely 1 star and it really deserves that spot. Anyone that's rating it higher on Steam, I just, quite frankly, am questioning your life choices. I will not be 100%ing it. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. No way. No. Out of the games that I've played today, quite frankly, a lot of them actually don't deserve to be 1 star. And I really thoroughly enjoyed Balconing Simulator 2020. I will be going back to that and trying to 100% it. But definitely some of them do deserve 1 star. I would love to know your thoughts on which games you believe are truly 1 star and which 1 star games you think deserve the limelight. There's much more to them than people see. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you do subscribe to see maybe part 2, maybe part 3. Let me know down below any games that you would like me to review that are 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. I would love to see them, and thank you again for watching. Goodbye!